Good Sunday morning. I hope you're having a wonderful start to yet a beautiful, another one. First Sunday of October, October 6th. And God is so worthy to be praised. We are in 2Kings 15. Let me ask you this. Have you ever quietly in your heart questioned God? Like, why? I think about a girlfriend, minister. We grew up in a church. Well, actually, it was my older sister's peer. And she lost her daughter yesterday in a very tragic accident on the expressway. And when you see the car, you're like, wow. And I sent her a message saying, yeah, God is the God of all comfort. And He will even give us peace and insulate us in those times where we're like scratching our head, like, Lord, I don't understand this, right? We know that Paul was acquainted with this, 2 Corinthians, where he had the thorn in the flesh and he asked the Lord, multiple times, can you take this away from me? And then that's when he was like, oh, I see. Your grace is sufficient. It is. And then we could think about Job in 13:15, right? Where he said, Lord, though you slay me, yet I will trust you. Well, in 2 Kings 15, there's a king. And we were talking about Amaziah last night when I was FaceTiming my son. And I asked him, well, when that young man who was at your high school, he was named after an Old Testament king. And he was like, Mom, you're talking about Azariah. Well, yeah. Azariah was the king of Amaziah. And it says in chapter 15 that he did what was right in the sight of the Lord, right? And he had a godly mother, Jechaliah, and he had a son, and Azariah came into the kingdom at age 15? Yeah, 15 or 16. He was a young man, 16, and he reigned for like 52 years. But something that just had me quietly like, wow, Lord, even though this was going on because his father pleased you and the son pleased you, and eventually the next son pleased you, but Azariah was the one where it said that he was smote with leprosy. And even though he was king, he lived in a separate house. And so his son Jotham had to take care of the palace and govern the land and judge the people. So he was like a substitute king for his father. So of course we're wondering, like, wow, Lord, his father didn't get leprosy, his son didn't get leprosy, but Azariah did. And how many times do we wonder, like, Lord, I don't understand, why did you take that loved one? Why did this happen? And we have to hold on to what Job 13:15 say, Lord, though I am being slayed, yet I will trust you. I will trust you. I don't understand in these head-scratching events of life, but know that you are still good. Yes, you are. In Psalms 36, because today is October 6th, we went over 636, 66, and 96, and 126. And while I was taking a walk today, I just had to get out. And in verse 9, one of my favorites says, for with thee is the fountain of life. You're the one, Lord, who holds our days. And while we are in this realm of living, you are the source, Father. For in thy light shall we see light. We are to stay in your light no matter what happens. When we just can't understand, stay in the light. And in chapter 96, this blessed my heart too. While I was listening to nature, it said, let the heavens rejoice, and let the earth be glad. Let the sea roar, and the fullness thereof. Let the field be joyful, and all that is where therein, then all the trees of the wood rejoice. Yeah, even in the midst of, Lord, why? Because God is faithful. So we might be in that season of life where we're quietly questioning the Lord, but we are to still sing forth his praises. Oh, sing unto the Lord a new song in Psalms 96. Declare his glory among the heathen, his wonders among all people. Honor and majesty are before him. Strength and beauty are in his sanctuary. Give unto the Lord, O ye kindreds of the people. Give unto the Lord glory and strength. Give him all that you have, even in the midst of sorrow and pain. And then you're going to see that he's going to give you strength in the midst of this tribulation. Psalms 126:5. They that sow in tears shall reap in joy. She or he that goeth forth and weepeth, bearing precious seed, shall doubtless come again with rejoicing, bringing sheaves with him or her. So hold on, those who are mourning, those who are receiving the subtractions of life, know that God will add and multiply in due time. In the meantime, trust him. Have a wonderful day. Worship and praise and give him the glory due his name. Enjoy.